Hi everyone, this is Lady PAM.256. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the most dangerous job you can get as an immigrant when you arrive in overseas, any country overseas. When you get your visa, you're excited. Oh my god, I'm going to go abroad and start working for a good salary, because back home you work, everybody is hardworking by the way for back home, but the salary is too little. So when you get your visa, you're like, oh, I'm going to work any job I get, as long as it's at least $12 $15 per hour, at least the pay per week is going to finish half of my clan problems. My friend, as you're dying to start working when you arrive overseas, be careful with something called a cold room job or a factory job. A lot of factory jobs, by the way, they don't have health insurance because they are under the table or cash jobs. So you're risking your health all in the name of getting quick money, but you could die on the job. The cold room job is when you work like in a freezer, say like meat packers, you know, like back home we have meat packers, but I don't know, the meat packers at home doesn't have the cold room situation, even if the meat is always fresh, but it has a lot of flies on it sometimes. But here, when you work in a cold room, the meat is really in a fridge, or the warehouse where you're working from is like a large fridge you're in. One time I remember when I was new in Canada, I went to a factory in Mississauga, a chicken factory, to ask for a job. Then when they gave us a factory tour, and I had on just a sweater, and I asked for a winter jacket. I asked if they have extra. I was just asking, like finding out if they have extra jackets. They said no. If they have like warmers inside gloves, they said no. So immediately they sensed that I'm not going to manage, and they didn't call me back. It's not like I worked maybe 2-3 days and I ran away. They just didn't call me back. But it was going to be a cash job, so just in case I got a cold related problem from that side, I was not going to make it. I was not going to be treated by the factory. So there is this place where you pack chicken, and worst of all, it's when it's night shift. I think the shift was it was supposed to start at 6 a.m. up to 6. No, it was supposed to start at 6 p.m. in the evening up to 6 a.m. in the morning. You're going to work while standing for all that time. It is night. Remember, your brain has already programmed that you're supposed to be sleeping in the night. Even if you sleep after midnight, at least it's still night time. You're sleeping in the night. Now you have to stand inside the cold in the night, so you're risking to change your sleep pattern. That can also cause problems. Then you're also risking to work in a very, very cold place. That place is a no-go area. When you're looking for jobs, try to avoid cold room jobs. Your hands are going to get affected, your health as well is going to get affected, and your sleeping pattern on top of that is going to get affected. It's better to wait and go back to school maybe 6 months in like a healthcare college. Then after that, you come out and you go and work in like a long-term facility, when you know your life is insured, and you're going to choose shifts that are flexible to your being or to your other side programs. The problem with that job is that it's always available, because people are always quitting factory jobs or cold room jobs. That is the only tempting bit where you're new, you're excited about touching dollars, then you're like, you know what, let me go and try. But most people, if they don't come out sick, they don't stay there for long. The other job I would not advise you to do is a bakery job. I've read a lot of stories where people almost die working in the bakery. I'll actually read for you a story that came out. There's a factory in Toronto, so far like 5 bakery workers have died from there. There is this girl, she went to work in that bakery, whose name I won't mention. So when the conveyor belt was rolling the cakes, when they were passing all the bread, accidentally the conveyor belt pulled, or the machine pulled her veil. And you know the machine runs like really fast. It pulled her veil. Before you know, the head was in the machine and the machine was rolling the head. Can you imagine how traumatized even the co-workers were that day? So it's very, very important to be patient when you come to these countries and look for a job that is not going to leave you in the grave. Anyway, let me look for the story I wanted to share with you about the bakery worker that died. Even when you go and check it on Google, you will find it. It says another worker dies at so-and-so foods factory. It's in the Toronto Star. That's like a newspaper here in Canada. So let me read for you just a little bit of the story. Ontario Ministry of Labour is investigating the death of another worker at so-and-so foods, an industrial bakery in North York. The subject was the person who investigated, the journalist, went undercover. The worker is the fifth to die at the company or one of its affiliates in an industrial accident since 1999. Police said they were contacted early Wednesday afternoon about a medical emergency at Memorial Street, where it is located. The Ministry of Labour was subsequently notified of an industrial accident. According to the spokesperson of police, in a statement by the Ministry of Labour, the worker died of fatal injuries and had been dispatched, but further details are not yet available. Temporary workers make about 70% of its workforce. That means in that factory, like 70% of the people in there are temporarily trying to integrate into Canada as they look for a better job, but this factory job can kill you. It's better you actually go somewhere and volunteer. Maybe where you volunteer, they can give you at least transportation money or at least an upkeep of $300. Then you tell the people back home, please be patient with me. When things get better, I will provide when I can. The other job that is deadly here is this dishwashing. Dishwashing, first of all, the heat, I don't know if some of you have done this job. The heat that comes from the machines blows into your system. Imagine working, like if you're doing a dishwashing job in summer. Outside is very hot, then inside even the machine is just pumping out hot air onto your system. It's not easy. People, when you have people when you're back home and you have people you're asking for money, first ask them what they do and you reconsider your needs or demands. When you're dishwashing, the dishes also are so heavy to carry, first of all, and you have to be fast, if not they are going to break themselves. Like how to pile them when they are dry, then you pile them away real quick into like like what do you say, like into the board where you put them back. Then you have to put others. Your hands, the chemicals you use to wash are also not good. Even if you have gloves, these chemicals, because they are so strong, because they want to make the dishes very clean, they will penetrate the rubber gloves. So your hands are going to become like for a builder back home. Be very, very, very careful, friends, when you're looking for a job. I'll come back in another video and give you another list of jobs you should not bother getting. Jobs where the smell in the place you're working can actually make you faint and an ambulance can come for you. Have you heard of people that work in sewage? Have you heard of people that work in cheese factories? Have you had friends that work in recycling places where like the whole dustbins of your area are going in a place where they are the ones your friend is going to sort them? abroad life is not easy. These starter jobs are not easy. I'm going to come back in another video and explain to you these jobs where the smell can kill you and actually kill you and you'll be buried. See you next time. Thank you for keeping around. If you've been following me for some time, please don't forget to subscribe. If you're new to my channel, I'll bring you time after time. I'll keep bringing you educative videos about life here in Canada. See you. Bye. Hello friends, the Afro-Canada Development Foundation is inviting you all for a youth convention that's going to take place on the 26th of October 2024. It's free entrance for all residing in Canada. There'll be free breakfast and lunch as well. See you all. Mark your calendars. 26th of October. See ya.